Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going over the best augments for Shaft. Now it's kind of funny because originally I wanted to make a video like this for every single turret in the game. You can see I started with Hammer 2 years ago, and then I remember after that video I thought to myself, okay, let's go ahead and do this for every single augment in the game, or every single turret in the game. And it's been 2 years since that. So I was like, you know what? Now that Tanki's kind of just giving us a bunch of new augments, rebalancing everything, I think it's time to finally get back into the series. And today I thought, you know what would be a good turret? Shaft. Mainly because they recently buffed Stellarator for Shaft, which, as you guys know, is probably one of the best augments currently. And there are 18 total augments for Shaft. You obviously have the Phoenix augment. You have all the different status effect augments. Obviously, those aren't that great anymore. And then the Phoenix one is like unobtainable, so I'm not even going to talk about that. You have the new Camper augment, which increases your damage by 100% if you have over 90% health. It's pretty good, especially for a camping turret, but overall, I'm not going to talk about it that much. You also have the new Excelsior augment, which just does an additional 30% damage. It's like every other Excelsior augment, so again, not going over that one either. So obviously the first augment we're going over is the Stellarator augment, by far one of the most powerful augments in the game currently. So if you don't know how this augment works, basically doesn't matter how long you're aimed down sights for, you do the exact same amount of damage, regardless of if you aim down sights for a second or you aim down sights for 10 seconds. And again, the only downside of this augment is the reload time is decreased. So you want to get your shot off with this augment as fast as possible because then your reload speed is pretty slow. But if you can quickscope people, especially with hovering holes, it's very, very good. You're able to get your shots off very, very fast and just do an insane amount of damage. I don't know if a lot of you guys know who Shine of Sun is. He's a good Tanki YouTuber, but this is his go-to augment in the game, and he always does extremely well with it. I mean, he's getting like 50 to 100 kill games almost every single game. Obviously, if I was in a game against him, I would instantly leave. That's just not fun to me at all. That guy's protections still do 3,200 damage, even without like boost or anything like that. It's like, it's nice because you can just quickscope, and if you have a hovering hole, a lot easier than with a normal tracked hole. I do not recommend using this augment with a tracked hole. It's just not fun. There's so much stabilization with a hovering hole to where you never really even need to like wait for your tank to stop moving. You can kind of just shoot whenever you're aimed in. It's also, yeah, it's a fun augment. It's somewhat kind of a camper augment, but I'd say it actually increases the amount of offensive players because with this augment, you don't want to be aimed down sight for that long. So if you're just camping, you kind of have to find your player and then shoot them. Usually that ends up being your ADS for a lot longer. So luckily with this augment, you're actually kind of encouraged to be a little bit more aggressive so you can find players and quickly aim down sights and kill them. Yeah, that's why I like this augment. Unfortunately, I don't have it on my main account, or else I would definitely be using it a lot more. I just realized we're playing Assault. Oh my gosh. Assault used to be a fun mode, and then they decreased the amount of points you get in the battle, and now it's just useless. Like, this was the main mode I played, not even like over a year ago now. And then I kind of just stopped playing it, because I don't really enjoy only getting like 10 points per flag I cap. Used to be you get a lot of points per flag cap, but now you get barely any. I guess Tanki didn't like the idea of people farming assaults, so that was kind of annoying. All right, whiff there. Okay, I'm not doing too great yet. Oh, nice. Okay, 2,500. AMD ADS fast. Shoot. Yo, what? What in the lag was that? Okay, aim down sight fast, fast. Oh, this guy sees me. Yeah. Bam, got him. Easy kill. All right, obviously you guys know that augment. Let's go to the next one. The next augment we're talking about is, of course, Shaft healing emitters. I mean, a lot of you guys definitely knew this was also going to be on the list. Okay, yo, what? Oh my gosh, lag. We love lag in Tanki. It's kind of funny. This augment for Shaft has been like the go-to augment for probably 3 to 4 years now. I forget when it was originally added. They've been doing augments for like 4 years now, I'd say. So it's probably been in the game for about 3 to 4 years. But man, this augment, it's just the go-to. I mean, whenever I use Shaft on my main account, this is the augment I use because I don't have all the fancy augments on my main account just because I don't spend money. You have the auto aim, which is nice, unlike the thunder healing augments, which don't have auto aims. So a little bit more annoying to use, whereas this one, very, very good. Shaft is still powerful when you're attacking because it doesn't actually give you any negatives when you're trying to be an offensive player. It's just super helpful overall in general. Just playing, like I have 0 kills and 38 points just from healing. Now, the only reason I don't really use it anymore is because you're kind of forced to stay a little bit back. Obviously, you can play offensive if you want to, but me being a super aggressive player, I'd rather have an augment that, you know, impacts my aggressive playing. Apart from this one, where the big benefit obviously is camping back and healing your teammates, which isn't my playstyle that I like to play by much. It's just not much fun for me, to be honest. But I mean, I'd say about 70% of everyone using Shaft has this augment and uses this augment just because it's such a easy augment to get points with. You can heal your team in general. Very easy to get into play with. So, oh my gosh, I have 2 other healers on this team. What the heck are we going? What has this game turned into? Healer Central. So many campers on this map too. If I wasn't using Shaft to heal, this map would be unplayable. This map is literally one of the biggest camper maps in the game. I'd say that and Stadium are probably the worst maps to play in my opinion. Just not fun at all. I hate this map so much. It's just a camper's paradise. The old Madness was much better. It was half the size. There was only one area in the middle that was elevated, so you couldn't just camp in a random back area on your base. Okay, we're talking about augments here though, not maps, so I hate the map. That's the last I'll say about it. I'm hoping when Tanki Classic comes out, we'll get the old Massacre. I imagine we will. I don't see why we would get the matchmaking version since it's somewhat relatively more recent. I'd say within the last like 5 years this map came out. Maybe a little bit later, but I don't know. The game's been out for so many years, I always forget the dates. Now, I was originally going to put the Quasar augment here, but I used it for like 5 minutes. I don't know if they nerfed it or if I just don't remember it correctly, but man, you shoot so slowly. And yeah, you do a lot more damage, but you're still doing 2 to 3 shots per person with the arcade shot. And when you shoot twice as slow, oh my gosh, it just wasn't as good as I remembered it being. So instead, I'm just going with the good old trusty rapid fire augment for Shaft. I mean, oh my gosh, it's kind of funny that with there being 18 augments for Shaft in the game now, 2 of them that are in like the top 5 in my opinion are augments that were added like 4 or 5 years ago. I'd say probably one of my favorite parts about this augment is that it's just been consistently good for like the last 4 or 5 years. Obviously not as good as it used to be, but still in general, I mean, you're looking at a solid 1.5 KD almost every game you use this. And yeah, you can use some of the newer augments that for the first month or 2 are going to be incredibly overpowered. But I mean, the problem is most good augments fall off after only like a month or 2. But this augment, it's been consistently good for what, like 4 or 5 years now? I always forget when these augments were added. Oh my gosh. We've been in the augment era of Tanki for a lot longer than I always think we are. Because my opinion, I always think of the augment era as like 2022, 2023. But the augment era started all the way back in like 2020. I mean, we've been getting augments for a long time now. And I say augments, not alterations. Obviously, alterations were added all the way back in like 2018, 2017. I'm more so talking about the augment era where we started getting massively overpowered items every single 2 weeks in the game. It has slowed down a little bit. Like we're getting 1 new good augment every month and a half now, whereas it used to be like 1 really good augment every 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm not sure what Tanki plans to do with gameplay here in the future, because I've said it before, I would like it if Tanki stepped away from the augment spam and focused on something new and different with gameplay. Because regardless of if you liked Tanki in the past, at least they were progressively building to something every single year. I mean, you look at the difference between Tanki 2016 and like Tanki 2019, it's just a completely different experience. Even looking at like Tanki 2019 to 2022, there was still a massive difference there as well. And then since 2022 to 2025, almost 2026 now, it's like, okay, what really changed? Oh wait, nothing. Apart from maybe some new augments, a new map or 2, and that's about it. The game's been relatively the same for the last 3, even like up to 4 years now, which is again a big complaint of mine, because at least in the past, even if Tanki was making decisions people didn't like, lovely, you know, they were at least going somewhere with the game. Now we're just stuck in this timeline of 0 changes being made all the time. Okay, mortar drone, nice. Can I get a kill with that? I don't even know. I'll look at the scoreboard on my right. Overdrive it up. Screw this guy. So many swarm players recently. Or I mean scorpion players. So many different turrets that are annoying as heck to go against. We love Tanki. Yeah, but that's my list of the top augments for Shaft currently in Tanki Online. Luckily, 2 of the augments have been in the game for so long that you can reasonably expect them to still be good in like 2-3 years from now. So the video should hopefully age pretty well. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to use code tag Taspens. Just settings account, use my creator tag there. Helps me out a ton. See you in a future video. Peace out, everybody.